Thanks for joining us in yet another edition of the English version of Couleurs Matinales. Olanje Cameron Bitombon Ketni Couleurs Matinales. It's a rich package for you today. We're celebrating Emade Cynthia, we're celebrating Mrs. Apple, we're celebrating Dorcas Kelly, and of course we have the international pastor of the Laughter Ministry to join us and celebrate the women as usual, as we have the culture on Tuesdays and Thursdays edition of the English version of the morning show on LTM television. Questions for you to answer, and our IT expert, Mr. NDE Donald Ayong Chet, whom I say Jelane Numo on Jelane Baba. He will join us to talk about cyberbullying. Many children die across Africa and the globe because they bully on cyber, and that's not the reason why you go to the internet. You go to the internet for research, you go to the internet to learn, you go to the internet to have fun with your friends you've not seen for quite some time, and not to bully people left and right. Come on, give yourself some values and set yourself some standards. Talk about standards. I'm going to say good morning to you, Hermini Luga, and I'll say good morning to you, Oga, and we're going to meet the Lord high in praise, and we'll be crying holy to the Lord, and we hope that His holiness is just going to fall on us today as we get ready for a new season. Good morning, Oga.
Good morning, Banda. Good morning, Cameroon. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, women, because it's the Woman Week. We are there again this morning time just to save you. It's Couleurs Matinales from Maroa to Saint-Melema, from Manfé to Boya. We are there this morning time, Couleurs Matinales.
You got it right. Teachers' Day in Lebanon, Sportsman Day in Egypt, Mother's Day in Georgia, Liberation Day in Bulgaria, Matthias Day in Malawi, and Hinamatsuri, or Girls' Day in Japan. Today, March 3, 2015 is the 62nd day of the year, and 62. Really, we didn't do anything special to see this day, did we? So let's go and cry holy to the Lord and be back for more on that rich package for you, exclusive to LTM television. We cry holy. I'm crying holy. Now, what about talking on cyberbullying? I heard you told me this on Facebook. Tata Felix Sami says, because the question was, is cyberbullying a relatively new and incredibly hurtful form of bullying with potentially long-lasting harm? Tata Felix from South Africa says it is. Technology has come to make life easy. It has come to inflict some forms of pain, and cyberbullying has done some real damage and caused immense pain on many thanks to technology. Now, Samuel Fonte, writing to us from Douala, a son of the man consort, whom I say Jelane, he says, most of the contemporary corporate criminals, CCC, who indulge in cybercrime today will not use bullying but use persuasive means to corner their victim. Personally, I have had documents that by all standards are authentic, and I was in the process of landing an international job when I spotted the clause of these villains requesting me to pay for a trip for a training before I start work. It is a common method for these criminals to hack email accounts of a relation and pretend to be in distress or claim to have a package for you from abroad. Yes, that's very true. Most victims are people who prove to be desperate, as they are vulnerable to the antics of these gullible criminals. They will promise you heaven and earth on earth, but the catch will always be when they need money from you to facilitate the process of making you hit the jackpot. To weigh this off, people should always double check their transactions before they pay out any money. Use official channels for any service, that is organizations, embassy, just to name but these, and bear in mind that nothing good and authentic comes easy. Oh sure, that's true. There are many ghost websites in existence, and beware of you who relate with. Make available your contacts and share issues with. One word, double check before you pay. Jonathan Gwaneba says, cyberbullying is just an extension of traditional bullying through any form of electronic communication, text messaging, IM, email, social media, just to name but these. With the advent of modern technology, it can have serious long-term effects. This is simply because we have many youths today who have hold of so many electronic gadgets and are hardly monitored. Cyberbullying can be more difficult, permit me, I'm sorry about that, to identify, unlike traditional bullying. As such, it can cause depression in many youths, and some even commit suicide. We've had cases like that. We'll give you the numbers in the course of the program. And lack of early detection and correction can cause untold damages. Parents who have given multiple access to different digital media for their children have to be very careful about this. Their children can either be bullying or being bullied. Remedy: this phenomenon can only be reduced by a joint action of both parents and school communities, and above all, education or sensitization on multiple media, such as what Amy Banda is doing. Oh my God, thank you. This can really be helpful to reduce damage to youth in our society and prevent long-term damages. And our guest for today told us it is because we choose to be bullied. If we use the internet positively, we will never be. Good morning to you, Mr. NDE Donald. Jelane, thanks for joining us on the English version of Couleurs Matinales.
Njila Emi Banda, Njila Cameroon, Njila Alakuma.
It's a pleasure having you. A son from Alakuma is just phenomenal. What is cyberbullying? For those who do not know what cyberbullying is, what kind of damage is cyberbullying causing the users of the internet, especially those who go to the internet just to have some adventure without having a precise goal?
Bullying generally is not healthy. So cyberbullying is one aspect of bullying. The best way to keep yourself safe from cyberbullying is to practice healthy surfing habits on the internet. Technology is rapidly advancing, so you have the trend where our parents don't get to use the most sophisticated technology gadgets most teenagers use. So it makes it more difficult to protect your child or your teenager. And some teenagers, knowing that they can go online without the consent of their parents, so they tend to express themselves in funny kind of ways, be the victim or the offender. So cyberbullying, it's really a tough nut to crack in the electronic world.
How does this make life... Oh,
Amy,
sorry.
I feel like asking him
Go
if
ahead.
it's a threat. Cyberbullying, when we talk about cyberbullying, because when we hear the word bullying itself, it's like it's a threat.
Yes, it's an abuse in any form. So imagine someone posting damaging materials about you online. And what happens now is some level it's a threat, but we can control it. You have the government can sensitize what goes online. But imagine text messaging. It's a private something and nobody can control that. So to some level it's a threat, and to some level it needs a lot of education for the people using the internet so that they can protect themselves from bullying.
How does this impact life in and out of the classroom?
Oh, abuse impacts life in so many ways. So cyberbullying is no different. So in the class, imagine that something is going viral on the internet about you. And there's that cold atmosphere, nobody talks about it, but you just know it's out there online. So it makes some people isolate themselves. So it affects you negatively, especially when you're studying. But like I say, if you practice that now, you can change your emails, you can change your phone numbers. There are ways that you can do to change that negative effect on you, and you move on. So there are so many ways you can counter cyberbullying, Amy Banda.
And for those who are hacking, is there any sanction to crack down the practice? Because it starts with hacking and then scamming, and then cyberbullying comes in too.
Initially, hacking is not really for malicious intent. You could hack for a very good purpose. So, but when you take it to the level at which you hack to destroy or to defame someone, that's a crime and it must be punished. So there are ways you can protect yourself. Make sure you have sophisticated passwords. Make sure you lock your phones. Make sure your phone has a passcode and all that. So make life of a hacker less easier. Yeah, there are a lot of people out there who go online, but they don't protect themselves. Imagine you, Amy Banda, sending me a private email with details of what I don't know. Maybe you're exposed to a hack. So I tend to advise people practice safe online habits.
And maybe we're going to be talking about that in 2 weeks, right?
Definitely.
Just one last word for those who are bullied and those who bully others on cyber.
Bullying is not nice. It defames people. And when you're a bully, it tends to haunt you back, because in the cyber world, you cannot be the master all the time.
That's true.
Someone comes and be able to get to you, and then you have the negative effect of bullying others online.
Any latest option in the IT world you'd like to share with us today?
Oh, 3G. It looks like everywhere is 3G in Cameroon. MTN is doing a great job, Orange. So everybody's moving towards 3G. But unfortunately, I read on the internet, I find Nokia implementing 5G. So we have a lot to go, but the latest so far I can say is we are 3G.
Okay, so we are actually practicing that. We're not still to adopt 3G.
Yeah, we are actually practicing that.
Okay, that's fine. Just before you go, what will you do to stop crying when the only one that can stop you from crying is the one causing you to cry?
It depends why you cry. There are cry for happiness. So if you cry for, if it's a cry for sadness, then you have to re-evaluate the person you entrust not to make you cry. But if you cry for happiness, go out there, hope who is making you cry, and be with them.
Oh, gee, how do we say it again? Miyaka, right?
Miyaka
for coming, and take our greetings to your colleagues and all the lovely viewers from Mankon, be it in Chobu, Alakuma, Mal 8, IRZ, Tambang, Tinkak. I didn't name out. No, don't bother. All of you are inside. Jelana to you and Miyaka for watching. We'll have you again in 2 weeks, right?
Yes, I mean, before I go, it's Women Day is coming up.
Yeah, at the
so
corner. Yeah, that's
I
true.
know I have lots of ladies that I need to shout out to, but
Yeah.
I just choose two to do that this
Your
morning.
mom.
Shout out. Mom is always the first, but this time I'll do an exception. A shout out to the president of the medical students in Boya,
Okay.
Estella.
Okay.
A shout out to Yekila Ndane,
Okay.
very strong woman.
Okay.
So happy Women's Day to all you ladies out there.
And I hope
Okay,
that
thank
we'll be
you.
able to have them on the CM show anytime before the end of our Make Mothers Matter concept celebrating the women.
Definitely.
Oh, thanks so very much, Nick Donald. And the question still comes up. That's the quiz for the day as we get ready to welcome Emin
Yes.
Winston Malcolm to talk about TV and theater makeup ahead of our Savoir Vivre. I